Hello and welcome to the Mystery of Cattistock Lodge Part 3. If you haven't seen Part 1 and Part 2, links are in the description box. You should watch those first.
Right, so I woke up early this morning, staying at Mum and Dad's place in Dorchester. I was thinking about Cattistock Lodge. And I was thinking, it's been a while since I've been here. Shit, someone's been in through there. And I've also been thinking that even if I don't come here and do another proper investigation, I need to get the slides, because there's so much of the story contained in those slides that's just going to be lost if this place, if it completely collapses or if it gets redeveloped, which is probably what's going to happen to it ultimately. So this is by no means a proper investigation like I've done in the past. Someone's been here. Put this photograph here. It wasn't there before. Shit, someone's been into the slides. You see this? Slides. Dog. Yeah, so you just got these. I don't know if you can see that on the head camera. Just a fella having a cup of tea. Kind of recognise that one. So a lot of these I've looked at before. They're the exact same ones I saw when I was here last, around Christmas time, just last year. Yep, I recognise her, but I don't know who she is. Cat, hello there. That woman keeps coming up a lot, but I haven't found anything that identifies the house yet. That's what I'm really looking for. Pictures of the house. I mean, this is a residential interior on these shots. Is that Percy Salisbury's wife? It's a building, it's not the house there. Right. That woman is the same woman I keep seeing, but who is she? I mean, could that be Percy and Margaretta Salisbury? Same couple. What's that pier they're at? Is that Bournemouth Pier? Here's the woman. Again. Same woman, but no idea who she is. Holy shit, look at that dude there. I don't think it's Percy, but then the only picture I've got of Percy is his election campaign flyer, which was a very old photo of him. Keep all of these, I think. These are worth having. We've definitely got family members there, see, so. Right, I'm going to get comfortable. Definitely a Salisbury. Maybe that's Peggy, because the facial features there are so reminiscent of that one video of Peggy that's on, the news video I showed you. She's at some VE Day parade or something, commemorating the war. And I did read online somewhere that the family were tremendous fans of the royal family. So I reckon that's Peggy. I want the house. I want to see the house in its heyday. These are gold, but they're just a bit fucked up. These are actual printouts. It's that same woman. Yeah, quite a lot of the slides have been turned into photographs. I recognise you, but who are you? Is he taking pictures of his wife? It must be Margaretta Senior, Percy's wife. Cat, hello there. Come on, I want like a whole family photo so I can figure out who everyone is. quite a lot of these big pictures here are duplicates of the slides I've just been looking at. There is a good one. Do you reckon that is Percy and Margaretta Salisbury? Fairly sure that's Bournemouth Pier, but I'm not certain. I mean, there was a Sun, there was a Douglas, but seen that, that's one of the slides I took with me. It was lady at typewriter, so yeah, okay. Chap on the left definitely got that Salisbury kind of, it's got the eyes going on, and that lady looks familiar, and that dude there on the right is the dude at the seaside in some of those slides. Cat in a bird bath. Nice. I mean, the absolute needle in the haystack gold standard here would be pictures of this house in its heyday. That's what I'm really after. But I'd settle for knowing what the family looked like. You might figure some of it out from just from what I've got there. Is it the will? Is it the deed to Cattistock Lodge? No, it's Convent of the Sacred Heart of Mary, Ealing, October 47. Right, I think that's it for slides. I think that's it in here. I mean, there's still so much to go through in this house. There's still so much to discover. Upstairs in the main house at the front, I think that's where the most interesting stuff could be. That's a job for another day. I'm not going in there today. I just came up to grab the slides, really. Okay, let's get out of here. Oh, it's nice to stand up straight again. I don't know why the hell this place is so low upstairs. The only other thing I want to do while I'm here is find the car. There's an old Jag parked up in a collapsed garage somewhere around the back, so I'm going to go and look for that. I read somewhere online that at one time this place was so impressive there was like a head gardener's cottage on the site, and they had up to 7 gardeners working here. And that's the lodge there. The road that I come in from, the main road is there, other side of that house. And you've got all these buildings out the back that I've never even been into. This is why it's so sad, right, that we can't find any pictures of the place in its heyday, and no one on the internet's got any either. There's nothing on the internet. It would just be amazing to see what the place looked like. But this place was really something. Oh shit. Gotta watch your step back here. I hadn't intended to investigate this place. I was really only just here for the slides today. People's names, addresses, maybe clients, I don't know. Come on, really? Okay, let's give it a go. Sketchy. Yeah, I've seen people on YouTube exploring this bit when it was not quite as bad as this. Come on then, where's the car? Less said about that, the better. You don't want to say something you're not allowed to, get your channel pulled, do you? I'm sure you've all heard of Eric DeBay. It's just so much chaos. Fucking hell. Ah, I've seen the car. It's right down there. Here she is, the famous car of Cattistock Lodge. This place. Oh man, look at this old school radio. My God, this place must have just been incredible. I mean, it's destroyed now and it's still pretty impressive. Can you imagine living somewhere like this? So the 2 times I've been here previously, I didn't walk around outside, didn't come into any of this. This place is extensive. Look at that, it's like the whole front of a house. This is where I did the Christmas address from. The decorations are still up. Chairs still in here. The bins. There's the front door. Well, I am tempted to go into the main house, but you know, I've got stuff to do. I've got to get back today. So I'm going to call it there for this video. It's just a very brief update. Like I say, I've got a friend and I've got this lady Deborah from Glastonbury phoned me having seen my original investigation, and she had a ton of information. She knows someone who used to hang out here when he was a young kid, so we might get a little group of us together, come here and do a bit of a walk round. I mean, this is such a beautiful garden. So sad that there's no photographs of it. So yeah, there will be a forthcoming video with a bunch of us here talking about it and seeing what we can find, and I will go into the main house that time.
Okay, my friends, thank you as always for watching. What I've done is I was unable to scan the slides for some reason. It didn't matter how I backed the slides or, you know, positioned them in the scanner, I couldn't get them to come out, but the hard copy photographs did come out quite well, and I'm 99% certain the chap on the left is Soulsby. He's got the eyes, he's got the nose, and he's got the little moustache, just as he did on the election flyer. But the election flyer, he's quite young there. This picture we're looking at right now, this is dated 66, and the election flyer is dated 39, so there's a considerable time difference there. Woman in the middle is most likely Margaretta Senior, Percy's wife, and the woman in the pink dress here, that is Margaretta Peggy Soulsby. The chap on the right, I don't think that's Douglas. There's quite a few pictures of the dark-haired woman, who I believe is Sheila, and I believe this might be her partner. Not certain about that, so shouldn't speculate there. Second image, lady in the bed, I'm almost certain that's Sheila. The initial investigation I made, the Christmas Day investigation, there was correspondence between Sheila and a doctor about medication, so I think she was long-term unwell. So I'm 95% certain that's Sheila. Obviously Percy in the background there. This shot looks older because Percy just looks older. You've got the three ladies in the foreground. next to the bed with her hand on Sheila's bed, that's Peggy. Then you've got Margaretta Senior with the wavy grey hair. I'm not sure about the really short lady in the foreground, but she's got a very similar profile to Peggy, so I would say she's a relative. The chap on the right, you know, it's pure speculation, but that could be Douglas, the son of the Soulsbys. But I'm not entirely certain. But it could also be this chap, who the guy in the red trunks, who may or may not be Peggy's partner. So again, speculation. But yeah, we will be back. There will be more on this story.